let's actually talk about this because Alan Nixon has written about Ugbo. So let's talk about Ugbo specifically here. Then we'll talk about Dembele. He said Sheffield Wednesday will have to find around $4.5 million to sign striker Ugbo from French side Troyes. Boss Danny Rule wants Ugbo back, but Owls won't go to that level and hope to agree a compromised figure. Birmingham City are also keen, but the Canadian international may not fancy dropping into League One. They have got the money for it, but that would be a bit mad. $4.5 million for me is a sticking point because it's like there's got to be a compromise on that.
Yeah,
I think in my mind now I'm going just accept 3 and let's get it over with because there's personal terms to agree with as well. And that's the thing. How are you feeling about this one, Jake?
Well, personal terms are apparently already done.
Right, okay, cool.
That's not... I'm in two minds. I kind of had a thought about it and I've kind of also seen some... In where the market is at the minute, it is about right figure, what they want. When you think about what he's done in the championship last season. You got 7 goals in 17 for us. What did he get when he was at Cardiff? Let me find the stat. So that's overall.
If he got 7 for us, he got 5 for Cardiff.
So he got 11 goals in 38 appearances in the championship, which, you know what, for loan, that ain't bad. But I think they are asking a lot for him when his market values about 2.8 million euros according to Transfer Marketplace. And that's adding a big...
Yeah, if that's
true, yeah. It's adding a lot onto it. And it's like, we have a habit, Wednesday, and it's a bad habit, but it's a good habit because we get loan. We make loan players really, really good and really valuable again. And that we've done that for years. That's why people like loaning players to us, because we can make them look really good and do well. I think if you do something
right,
like...
So can I, in terms of the... Sorry, do you want you finish your point and then I'll talk to you about the transfer fee? Sorry.
Yeah, go on. For me, if you do a deal that's 3 to 3.5 and then add-ons, that's more like it. But it's how you get the add-ons. Is it going to be on appearances? Is it going to be on goals? Is it going to be if we get to a playoff or we get promoted, you get X, Y, and Z? Because remember, Troyes are not short of money. They just got 30 million for Savinho from Man City. They are part of the City group. They are part of the City.
They're also taking the mick, Jake, because I'm looking at this now, right? When they bought him for 3 million euros. In today's money, that's about £2.5 million, right?
Yeah.
They bought him, that was in 2022. Then they immediately, pretty much the next season, loaned him to Cardiff and then loaned him they've only had him since, 2022 and he's been on loan and now they're wanting £2 million more than they paid, okay? So it's a case of like, you've loaned him, you've probably not had to pay too much of his wages.
Yep.
And you're wanting a massive upturn in the profit. I could see 3.5 million as being a fair fee because you then make your money back on what you've paid for whatever percentage of his wages and you make 500k or whatever on top. So that for me is the move. The fact that they want to make a lot more money on him is sort of like, I don't think you're in the position to do that potentially because you've been relegated and you've got to ship out these players. Don't care if you've got the money and you're part of the City group. There is a wider football structure that you have to adhere to.
The wage budget, or you potentially turn into a Bordeaux that we've just seen recently, which is very sad. You don't want to see it, and you don't want to see any club go like that, or for the fans. I think for me, it feels a little bit like, I think Wednesday is old would have probably gone, there you go, got it. I think we're being smart.
Yeah. Jack, how do you feel about this one?
They might have, as effectively all of the chatter around, Chancery's turning a new leaf. That's only really chatter here in the Championship. There's not much of that side of it going around outside of that world. And maybe they might have the influence of, look at how much Chancery spent in 2016 when he was buying Jordan Rhodes for X amount of money. That's That's an owner that will spend stupid amounts more than a player is actually worth. And so that's influencing.
If that is his market value, by the way, Jack, they're basically asking for double because his market value will work out to about €5.3 million, right?
Yeah, exactly.
So that's only a couple of $100K off double his market value, which for me is just.
Yeah.
I understand he's a good player, but that is just they're asking a lot.
And I think the problem that's going against us is that demand for that exact sort of striker is stupidly high in the championship right now. Pretty much every single team wants one that has that sort of the real dynamic ability that Ugbo showed that he has last season. And
I don't think a lot of teams are set up for this though. Apart from the teams at the top, which aren't interested in Ugbo, I don't think teams are set up that way for him. Which is why it's like because a lot of them don't play like us. We are a front-footed side, and a lot of the teams around us have got a different system. So I understand why Birmingham might want to do what they're doing, right? But they're gonna who have Birmingham got on the wings? Because they're gonna have to have.
I think the problem is that Birmingham are doing is that look at us. We're talking about Birmingham, even though they're not in our league anymore, like a certain other blooming thing on Twitter. But like the what the Birmingham lot are doing is they're just basically doing a Todd Bowley, like, they were a name that was thrown around a lot last season. Yeah, let's do that.
The problem
let's go for that player. Let's go for that player because they were talked about a lot.
But remember, they could also then end up doing a Pompey. Yeah, Pompey did that when they came out with Paul Cook. The problem you got with a big the problem you got.
Sorry.
It's staying in. Carry on. Carry in the cook.
The problem you got is it doesn't always work to throw money at it. They are apparently looking at Jay Stanfield at Fulham.
Yeah, Jay Stanfield.
And they want 6 million Fulham. And that's a lot.
But they've just signed Alfie May.
I know. I know. I can see this being their backup because they can pay that 4.5 and it not be an issue. But again, it's another one thing. Does he want to go down to League One? I suspect not. I also have a suspect.
Their ownership's ambitious, and that's the problem you've got. You've got, in terms of the competition, it could happen because they could throw money at it. I don't think it would necessarily be great for Birmingham. I think what the business they're doing so far has been good. I think Ugbo for a 4.5 million fee would be a sideways move. They've got to be careful as well because we know that League One isn't... Ipswich did it, right? They spent the money, but if Ipswich hadn't have performed, they would have been in so much trouble now.
Yep.
Yeah.
Financial fair play would have got them.
They would have been screwed.
So Birmingham have got to be careful how much they chuck at it because we know we had a record points tally in League One without getting automatic promotion, right? And we didn't throw loads of money at it. We did it based off freeze, basically. Yeah. We did throw in the second season. We did throw a bit at Michael Smith and Awekwe and the likes, but that was in terms of contracts.
Can I just throw another name for you, though? We're saying about Ugbo.
Go on.
We had a look at Maguire in the summer, and he's still not gone anywhere. What says we don't suddenly have that because he's not wanting to sign a deal at Orlando? And the thing is, he's younger, but the thing with him is, you got him, he's unproven in the championship. The thing is, what we're having we are paying for someone who's proven. That's what we're paying for. We're not paying.
Yeah, I'm not bothered about Maguire anymore because I think he had his chance and blew it for me.
Yeah.
But here's the thing. If Ugbo came in and not had done as well as he did, he'd be 2.8 million.
And that's why I'm saying I think 3.5 is fair. And I agree with your... Do put add-ons on it. But Birmingham City, they're an ambitious side. They are looking to get things together. I don't think they need... I think Ugbo would be a sideways... I don't think it'd be a move that fits for them.
All I'm going to say to Birmingham, it's all right throwing all the money in the world, but can you do it on a wet, soggy Thursday night in Burton? Because we bloody well couldn't.